Unconditional compassion. Statistics show that if we're a certain type of person or not born with a silver spoon in our mouth, that averagely we will grow up the same way, either in jail, on drugs, or die with nothing. Fuck the statistics. A teacher has the ability to change one person at a time to make a small minded world a better place. Education is priceless when it all comes down to it, and most people just don't know any better. The tears that mostly have changed the world stand out in history, and even though whether or not we get famous or well known is not the reason for believing in ourselves, no matter what. It is because each of us really can make a difference in the world to make a better place. Even though it might sound like a corny Lifetime movie or an angry black man telling the stories, these are the ones that have changed the way we see life because it has such a great impact on their lives. They share it with the world with the God given gift called talent. This is what an artist does. It's what makes the difference between the more subtle films never remembered again. Perhaps it won't all mean anything in 100 years for now, or some classic films we can watch 100 times and still enjoy learning something new from each time we watch it in the moment in our lives. People love to see things they can relate with in life, no matter how many times the story is told. Some of the most memorable times in life is when stories were told to us as we grow up. Unfortunately, we forget the nursery rhymes that meant so much to us. Our imaginations grow older and we lose something in life when the light dims in our minds, following the same patterns of someone else's instead of learning from their mistakes and moving on. The pure love we once felt as an innocent child is the last time some people ever really know love at all. When they grow up, each one gets married, proclaiming they know what love is right after college, and next on their checklist with the minivans and two kids, because that is what their parents did and theirs before them. Being told what we're going to be when we grow up because we even get a chance to know or explore the world is the worst thing anyone can do to a child. So much hate happens in life because people don't even have the time to get to know who they really are in the first place. Becoming lost sheep, following the crowd, always being told what they are, and their worst nightmares become their own shadow of their expected self doubts and fears, built up inside without ever dealing with the reasons why. Why are they all about to snap at any moment in life? Maybe the heat was something to do with the statistics and crime, not racism. The soundtrack track to the movie Do the Right Thing has the song Can't Stand the Heat by Steel Pulse. There's no need to blow your top. Instead of seeing that people might just all be a bunch of assholes, let's face it, with bad tempers when they don't get their own way, when they throw big fits because they can get away with being one to a certain extent. Most people's goal is to be ahead and everyone else, either being a power bitch who's selfish pig or an egotistic asshole, undermining everyone while being very cutthroat in everything in life that we do because it's not illegal to be an asshole. In the rat race we call life, all of us tend to and will blame anyone we can when the shit hits the fan. When the bottom line is, really, we all are the same no matter what, and we need one another. We should never stop learning everything we can from each other. We will use up more energy trying to get even, hate each other, bully, or even kill someone over nothing in the end. Sadly, the saying, get a job, is true, but are there really billions of jobs for as many people in the world? No. What has happened to the meaning of unconditional compassion in the world? Wouldn't we all be stronger if we all just stuck together? In Kansas City, Kansas, the early 1990s, it was extremely violent with brutal headlines in the news. And for more drive-by shootings than ever before and gang-related murders. Yet it was so unknown what the cause of the problem even was, and the silent death toll ripped in just as the tornadoes did. If anyone lived in any of the cities, the Crips and Bloods controlled the cities and the big populated places in America. This was just the untold facts. Crime was not about racism as much as it was about how hot it got outside, what kind of clothes the person was wearing, and the car they were driving, what type of music they were listening to, and the kind of drugs they did. The quota status had to fit their agenda of the day with a secret handshake. People were armed with weapons at all ages, whether it was purposely doing drive-by shootings in public areas for the hell of it, or just shooting down someone in the back because they were wearing the wrong color. There was not any method to this madness. The crime was captivating the streets on the rise, and they were all killing each other for no apparent reasons, going rogue on their own brothers. When we will look at the big picture here, it has nothing to do with whether a person was white or black. It has to do with how we have been raised without any morals or rights as a human being, each generation becoming more vulgar. When we are forced into a dark corner with nothing and the hate grows stronger while the poor suffer and the rich get richer, this crime isn't the gang's fault. It doesn't profile any certain types of people. It keeps on robbing us little by little of our own freedom to live. The big corporations of greed and power that control most people until the bitter end. In this small world, everyone is so busy, wrapped up in their own lives, living in some sort of bubble which they don't even stop to think about. What if they were in a homeless man's shoes for one day? Could they even survive? The next time someone watches someone else in need of help, don't feel sorry for them. Remember it could be you and stop and think for one moment, what if that was me?